I was already holding the receipt when he looked me dead in the face, smirked, and asked, "Are you stupid, or do you just not want to help?" And in that moment, standing behind a retail counter in a strip mall in Riverton, Ohio, I realized something important. I couldn't yell. I couldn't argue. I couldn't insult him back. But I could make one tiny decision that would turn his future return into an absolute nightmare. If you've ever worked retail, if you've ever been talked down to by someone who thought money made them superior, or if you've ever fantasized about petty revenge done quietly and legally, hit that like button, subscribe, and get comfortable, because this one is deliciously inconvenient. I'm Evan, 26 years old at the time, and I've been working retail electronics for almost 3 years. Long enough to know the rules. Long enough to smile through insults. Long enough to feel your jaw tighten, but keep your voice calm. Our store, Soundport Electronics, sits between a nail salon and a closed-down yogurt place. Fluorescent lights, looping pop music, the smell of plastic and cardboard. By that point in my career, I thought I'd heard it all. Then Greg walked in, mid-50s, cargo shorts, Bluetooth earpiece still blinking like he was too important to turn it off. He didn't browse, didn't look around. He marched straight to the speaker wall, like it owed him money. Before I could even finish my greeting, he snapped, "You got the Thunder Bass X9 on sale or not?" I checked the system. Sold out. No big deal. Happens all the time. I smiled, because that's the job. We're out in-store, but I can check nearby locations or order online for you at the same sale price. Reasonable. Helpful. Policy approved. He leaned in slightly. Eyes narrowed. Tone sharpened. "Are you stupid? Just check the back." That word landed heavier than it should have. Stupid. Not frustrated. Not annoyed. Stupid. I felt that familiar heat rise behind my ears. My fingers curled slightly behind the counter, but I smiled. "Of course, sir. Let me check." The stockroom door closed behind me. Silence. I stood there, counting, breathing. 1 Mississippi. 2 Mississippi. I didn't even pretend to search. I just stood there, listening to the hum of the freezer unit, thinking about how often people like Greg treat retail workers like disposable objects. 3 minutes passed. Then I walked back out. "Sorry, sir. We don't have any in the back." He scoffed like I personally offended him. Instead of leaving, Greg grabbed a more expensive speaker. Almost $80 more. "Fine. I'll take this one. But if it sucks, I'm bringing it back." He said it loudly, publicly, like a threat. I rang him up. And that's when I remembered something. Our return policy. You can return without a receipt, but it's brutal. Manager approval. ID scan. Store credit only. 20 minutes of friction. With a receipt? Easy. Fast. Done. And suddenly, I had the receipt. As the printer chirped and the thin strip of paper slid out, a thought crossed my mind. Not angry. Not explosive. Quiet. Precise. I won't break rules. I won't get in trouble. I'll just help him exactly as much as he deserves. I folded the receipt. Once. Twice. Again. Until it was barely bigger than a postage stamp. Then I bagged the speaker. Taped the bag shut. Placed that bag inside another bag. Taped that one shut too. And gently, almost lovingly, tucked the receipt between plastic layers, right where the tape sealed tight. Invisible. Crinkled. Sticky. I handed it to him with the biggest retail smile I'd ever worn. "Have a great day, sir." He didn't say thank you. Just grabbed the bag and left. Here's the thing. I'll probably never see Greg again. But somewhere, maybe days later, maybe weeks, he'll decide he doesn't like that speaker. He'll grab the bag. Try to find the receipt. Rip. Tape sticks. Plastic stretches. Nothing. He'll get frustrated. Sweat a little. Finally tear it open. And maybe find a tiny, crumpled square of paper stuck in adhesive. And in that moment, he won't remember my face, but he'll remember the inconvenience. Was it life-changing revenge? No. Did it cost him money? Probably not. But it restored something important. Dignity. Because sometimes justice isn't loud. It doesn't scream. It doesn't post receipts online. Sometimes it waits quietly inside a taped plastic bag. If this story made you smile or reminded you of that one customer you'll never forget, hit like, subscribe, and tell us in the comments. Backhand index pointing right. What's the pettiest revenge you ever witnessed? More stories coming soon. And trust me, they only get better.